The Nissan Frontier, although not known by many out there, is slowly but surely getting a ton of traction on the market, primarily because of the recent redesign that brought a ton of new changes to the model, and this really put the Nissan Frontier on the radar. Now in its third production year, the current generation is slowly but surely getting dated, and even more changes are needed in order for the Nissan Frontier to keep up the fight with the other midsize competitors. So if you want to learn more about these changes, stay with us while we learn how the all-new 2025 Nissan Frontier wows everybody. Platform and configurations. Let's start with the core of this model, which is the platform on which this pickup truck is based. As you probably assume, the Nissan Frontier is using a type of chassis that is known as a ladder frame or body-on-frame. This is a platform where two steel beams go from the front to the rear end of the truck, and these beams are basically holding the entire structure of the truck. This type of chassis has its advantages and disadvantages. The advantage is that this frame can hold a lot of load, while the downside is increased body roll while taking corners compared to other unibody vehicles, such as small SUVs and sedans. The platform that this model is using is called F-Alpha. This platform was a revised platform that was used in the previous model, and for 2025 there's a big chance that this platform will be revised again in order for it to be able to get some of the new tech, such as new powertrains and hybrid system. So improvements in this area are highly likely. The platform is also expected to become far sturdier and also to be able to get an increased payload and tow rating. We'll cover more of that in a bit. When it comes to the available configurations, the Nissan Frontier is a highly versatile model. This model basically fights the industry trend that every manufacturer follows in this midsize segment, which is having a single configuration instead of many. So with competitors such as the Ford Ranger, Chevy Colorado, and Jeep Gladiator, you only have a single cab and bed type. So Nissan fights this and offers two different configurations. The King Cab, which is an extended cab that comes paired with a 6-foot bed, and the second option is the Crew Cab, a full-size 4-door cab paired with a 5-foot bed. These configurations are reportedly going to stay for the 2025 model year, which is really nice to have. Powertrain options. A key area of every new pickup truck is definitely the powertrain lineup. Powertrains play a huge role when it comes to delivering a good trucking performance. The current 2024 model of the Nissan Frontier comes equipped with a naturally aspirated 3.8-liter V6 engine that is extremely reliable, but its performance is a bit poor when compared to competitors. This engine produces up to 310 horsepower and 281 pound-feet of torque. Overall, when taking these numbers into consideration, the power is good, but this power does not come low on the RPM band. The engine might need some time until it gets to the right RPM to deliver a good kick. This is not a problem with turbo engines like the one found in the Toyota Tacoma and the Chevy Colorado. These engines make a massive 430 pound-feet of torque available low on the RPM band, making them perfect for towing. So what we expect that Nissan will do is add a turbocharged engine. This engine is expected to be a V6 from the VR family of Nissan turbocharged engines, possibly the 3-liter version that comes with the Infiniti Q50 and the Nissan Z. So we expect that this new engine will boost the performance of this truck. This engine will allow the Frontier to have a lot of low-end torque that will deliver an incredible driving experience for the driver. Plug-in hybrid version. One of the areas where we could expect major novelties in terms of hybridization. We live in 2024 and we witness a great shift from ICE vehicles to hybrids and fully electric models. Many of the competitors, including Ford with the Ranger for 2025 and the Toyota Tacoma since last year, are coming with hybrid versions. So Nissan is expected to follow this trend and offer a plug-in hybrid model. This plug-in hybrid model is expected to come with a 2.5-liter engine that Nissan offers with the Altima. This engine will come paired with a large 34 kilowatt-hour battery pack and a powerful electric motor. So the total output of this version is expected to be about 310 horsepower and 440 pound-feet of torque, and these numbers are rather massive. What's good about this model is its efficiency. This version will be able to get up to 30 mpg combined city and highway driving, and most importantly, this model is expected to get up to 30 miles of EV autonomy. This will be pretty much perfect for those who need a vehicle for short distance drives. You'll never have to turn on the internal combustion engine at all. Towing and payload capacity. When it comes to pickup trucks, towing and payload should be a top priority for you as a buyer. You need to pick a truck that can do all the heavy lifting seamlessly and without any discomfort for you as a truck owner. The current model delivers some solid numbers. The Frontier can tow up to 6,720 pounds and can take a payload of up to 1,590 pounds when properly equipped. So what does this mean? Well, this means that not all the models have this performance. In order to unlock the max tow rating, you need to have a special tow package. Also, 4x4 models have lower tow ratings since they're 4x4. What's interesting for 2025 is that the Nissan Frontier will receive a new powertrain, and this number is expected to rise up to 7,500 pounds when it comes to towing and up to 1,820 pounds in terms of payload capacity. This will make a lot of people very happy since they'll be able to get such a performance from their Nissan Frontier. Also, the plug-in hybrid version is expected to deliver up to 7,700 pounds of towing performance. This will put the Nissan Frontier among the best in this midsize segment. This is why we just can't wait for this new Nissan Frontier to get released. Fuel economy. Another very important area of discussion is fuel economy. Fuel economy was not a big issue a few years back, but with the rise of gas prices, fuel economy has become a real problem since fuel is rather expensive, and that's why inefficient powertrains are not a good choice to buy for many out there. Luckily for you, the Nissan Frontier is a fairly decent performer in this area. The two-wheel drive Frontier gets up to 18 mpg in the city and 24 mpg on the highway, while the four-wheel drive model performs slightly worse at 17 mpg in the city and 22 mpg on the highway. But for 2025, there will be a more efficient powertrain. This powertrain is reportedly going to achieve up to 22 mpg in the city and up to 26 mpg on the highway. Not to mention the plug-in hybrid version that is reportedly in the works. This model is expected to deliver up to 30 mpg combined and 30 miles of autonomy in EV mode. How crazy is that? This plug-in hybrid is going to be a massive hit when it hits the market. Exterior and interior upgrades. Exterior and interior upgrades are also very important, and since the Nissan Frontier is getting old now in its third production year, we could expect some novelties to come. Specifically, we could expect a new front bumper and headlight design to be introduced with the new model, as well as refresh in the rear end with a new taillight design. The interior will also get some refresh as well. This refresh will come with a newly designed dashboard with a ton of new technology. These days, the tech involved in the model determines the sales, so it is expected that the Nissan Frontier will get a massive driver's display instead of the old school needle gauges. On top of that, there will also be a larger screen with the latest Nissan system, as well as Apple CarPlay and Android Auto integration. Trim levels. Trim levels are also quite important, and the more trim levels, the merrier. Buyers simply love to customize their pickup truck and add the most options. Currently, with the 2024 model, we have the S, SV, Pro X, Pro 4X, and the Nissan Hardbody Edition. The Hardbody Edition is a trim level introduced for the 2024 model year. This trim is retro-inspired from the original Nissan Hardbody from the 80s. So for 2025, we could expect these trim levels to stay. However, there can be new options added to them depending on what Nissan decides. Pricing and release date. When it comes to the pricing of this model, we could expect the price to stay for the 2025 model year with minor corrections. This is easily the cheapest midsize truck, starting as low as $30,030. Considering the low starting price and the performance you get, buying the Frontier is practically a no-brainer decision. When it comes to the release date, it is expected that this model will debut this summer and the official 2025 model to be released at the end of 2024. And that brings us to the end of today's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.